Aloha guys, Joe Tunney out here in Waikoloa, Hawaii on the big island of Hawaii. And if you ever decide to move from the mainland to thousands of miles away from the mainland down here in the near tropics, there's two things that you need to know. First, you don't want to have a black car because you feel like you're about to burst into flames every time you get into your car. And two, you don't want a European car because you'll never find a European mechanic. And if you do, you're going to have to put a second mortgage on your house to pay the maintenance bills on it. So of course, me being a car guy, I have not only one, but two black on black Mercedes Benzes. But one of the reasons why is that I also have this 2007 Civic. It's just that between the two cars, the Civic and the motorcycle, my wife has discovered that there's only two adults in the house, and yet we have four vehicles and something needs to give. So which one am I going to sell? Well, the most reliable one of them all, of course, and that's this 2007 Honda Civic EX with 123,000 miles. It's in super, super duper nice condition. This one's $6,000, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, but first I'm going to pop the hood. So all the service work on this car has been done in Kona at the Honda dealership. And so something that you'll want to know whenever you look at Hondas, you're going to want to look at this sticker right here called the Vin Sticker. Vin Sticker tells you that this hood, this front end, is the original hood and front end that came with the car when it was new. Now if the Vin Sticker was a different number than the rest of the car, that would be a bad thing, but in this case it's not. One thing about the 2007 Civic EX, this one with 140 horsepower has tons of horsepower, but still gets 30 miles per gallon city and 40 miles per gallon highway because it has a 5-speed automatic transmission. But the other thing that's cool about these 2007s is they don't have a timing belt. Timing belts would need to be replaced right about now, but these are chain driven and the timing chain never gets replaced. Now, not realizing I was going to be selling this car, I just put brand new tires on it all the way around at the Honda dealer, and they cost a pretty good chunk of money. And then before that, about 15,000 miles ago, it has all new brakes all the way around, also done at the Honda dealer. The tires are like brand new. Inside, well, the inside looks great, and it's been well taken care of since it was new. It has rubber floor mats and carpeted floor mats, so the carpeted floor mats still look brand new. I'm going to jump in. I want to show you one neat detail about the Civic. Now the Civic EX comes with some neat stuff. Glass electronic moonroof, anti-lock brakes, also has airbags up above as well. But it has this cool two-tier dash, so it has the miles per hour indicator almost like a heads-up display, and then it has the secondary gauges down below, including like the ABS light indicator and so on and so forth. The one thing you always want to look out for on these, everyone always says, you know, oh, the check engine light's on, it's just the oil cap or the gas cap or something like that. Check engine light means check your engine, so that's a bad thing, not a good thing. And this does not have a check engine light. To my knowledge, it's never had a check engine light on. Air conditioning blows nice and cold. It has cruise control, has kind of a basic CD player. Glass moonroof open and closes just wonderfully. No weird sounds or anything that would slow you down at all. Along the side, it looks really nice. You know, a couple little scuffs and stuff like that, but nothing to get too excited about. In the back here, there's about, I don't know, it's about the size of 2 postage stamps, some scuffing underneath the bumper right there. It also has a push-button trunk release. The battery on the key, if it were me, I'd probably think about replacing this. Sometimes it's a little bit sluggish. Right here, the Vin sticker on the back, so not only is the front of the car original, the back of the car is original, the doors and everything else. That's a big deal on Hondas in general when you're checking them out to make sure it's not a chop shop car. The rear bumper was repainted at some point in its life, and how do I know that? Because the Vin sticker was painted over. And so here are the rubber floor mats. And so they're the real deal, the Honda version of the rubber floor mats, not aftermarket. And then the Civic trunk liner as well. So really, really nice shape in every way, both inside and out. And then this does have fold-down rear seats. So I know some of the base models don't have fold-down rear seats, and that's a problem if you're going to the dump or something like that and you want to load it up. If you're going on a little weekend trip and you want to plop down the rear seats, you can't do that on a lot of Civics, but this not only has fold-down rear seats, it has 60/40 fold-down rear seats. So you can put 2 people in the back and fold down the other side. The only complaint on this car is that it has a scuff on the passenger side right here. But again, it's far from the end of the world. Everything works nice, it drives really nice, it looks really nice, just a cool car. I'm going to fire it up one more time. So the price on this car, I know what it's worth. It's worth $6,200 exactly. And in a market like this, where it's super duper hard to find a clean, original, new tires, new brakes, all the right story, you know, not salvage title, realistic miles, you know, all the stuff, service at the dealer, it's like impossible to find this car. And so $6,200 should be a steal. The reason I'm selling it for $6,000, for a couple $100, if you wanted to airbrush that piece of plastic, if you wanted to go get a detail, you know, you want to do something to personalize the car, you have a couple $100 in your pocket to do something else. You want to come in with $5,500? Sadly, $5,500 doesn't work. It's $6,000. First $6,000 is going to take this one. It's worth that and more. It's a really, really nice car. I guess the easiest way to look at it is, what would a 03 or an 02 with 180 or 190,000 miles go for? It probably still goes for $4 grand, $5 grand. I mean, you mean to tell me you could drive this car for 4 years for 60 or 70,000 miles and it might cost you $1,000 or $2,000 to drive? I mean, it almost seems silly. It might be about the smartest buy you ever make. It was one of the smartest buys I ever made. Why I'm cutting it loose and keeping the Mercedes, my wife still shakes her head and wonders why, but we have some fun cars, and hopefully this will be a fun car for you. Reach out to me anytime. My name's Joe Tunney. You can reach me at joeloveshawaii@gmail.com.